Greetings, fellow hunters, and welcome to part 6 or episode 5 of my Monster Hunter World playthrough. So, in this here episode, we be going after Jyuratodus. It's a big fish, big bertha of the seas, as they call it. And I don't know what accent that was. To any Irish people, for some reason watching this, I'm sorry, I butchered that. I could do a better one, I promise. So anyway, let's go ahead and accept the assignment. And I need to start using these vouchers more. Although, actually, yeah, I should probably start using these vouchers more on just investigations. I imagine I will. Just not yet. So, let's go ahead, get our gear. Once again, we're going for white liver and barbecued short rib in the Astera Jerky 4th slot, which halves defense down and speeds up light recovery, which of course we haven't encountered yet. So, let's see if we get the stat buff. It's like I don't know the exact percentages, which I'll have to look up. We didn't get it. Unfortunate, but at least we got a small attack buff, and I believe we're all set to go. Let me check my item pouch real quick. That everything looks good. It's in order. Oops. Yeah, everything looks good. And this is a important mission in this current stage of the playthrough, because next we are due to fight a Anjanath, the big T-Rex looking monster. Well, it is a T-Rex. So, which means Jyuratodus armor, of course being a water fish element, is going to be very helpful in helping us deal with its nasty fire attacks. So I'm very happy we've got around to do this mission, basically. So.
Wait, what's that there?
Oh.
Wait. What's going on with the scout flies?
This is what I think it is it? Or I can remember this game. This is. Interesting. An old scholar's trail. No doubt an experienced scribble keen who's been investigating a mysterious beast with old splintered horns. I think we all know what beast this is. So if we keep heading south here, we should find our target. Whoa.
Is that the scholar? What's that he's sitting next to? It looks like a Baroth?
Don't let him find me. Don't let him find me. Oh, I saw it. No, the Jyuratodus, that didn't kill the Baroth. It was,
It's nice to know the monster we're fighting didn't cause this monstrosity. I feel so threatened now. But regardless, this thing is a threat.
New target. Hunt that Jyuratodus.
Jyuratodus now, obviously you want to avoid his mud spews, or else that will trap you. Here's a slippery one, so try not to get in. Try to stay to the side of him, because his most deadly attacks are frontal assaults, and I believe his weak points are his head here. His head here. Get my bearings for a second. Hey, we be catching a big one. We be catching a big one. Alright, get serious now. Come on. Right, that you want to guard. That is his most deadly attack. And it was honestly really poor gameplay from me. Not to try and guard it. Thankfully, even that did some decent damage, so... as you would have guessed, lightning is your best bet against this thing. Perfect. And you don't want this thing getting too close, because he's quite big, and he will swipe you aside. He will use his presence to get the better of you there, so. And that you also want to avoid as well, because you can, I'm not sure if you can get trapped in that, but it will deal some decent damage. Right, he's armed himself up now. Which means if you're using electric attacks now, they will not work. So, what you should be doing, and I advise you do this as well, is find some water moss, which, much like a barraf, you can wash off some mud off him, and that will reduce his armor. Shift. So far, so good. This is going okay. Okay, flip. I believe we've gotten down, so that's pretty good. Also, culling some gadget out here. A nice, tasty post-hunt meal. Been infected with water blight here, which means my stamina is now drastically decreased, which is probably the weakest of the ailments, but nonetheless, if you're trying to run away, then it could potentially cause some problems. So, okay, he's running away now. Perfect time to sheave. If you want to get rid of ailments, I believe a blight berry will do that, which can be found around here actually. Or a nullberry rather. Sorry, not blight berry. Douse the pain. Douse the sluggishness rather. Right, do we want to use an item? See if we can't get him to lure him into a barrel bomb. Oh, this will make things interesting. A barraf. Alright. Very nice. Got some damage on him. See if we can mount him. Oh, what do you know? It's a turf war. Right. 60 research points just for that. Let's let them fight for a bit. Whoa! I can't tell who took the hit there. I'm pretty sure it was the Barroth. That's spectacular. Ah, 246. So Turf Wars, once again, could be a godsend for that extra damage. I can think of at least 2 or 3 fights that I've gotten away with because of thanks to a Turf War. Alright. It's paralyzed, but we need to chase away that Barroth. Oh. Okay, just doing the work for us. Okay. Can we mount him? We cannot. Oh, that was close. Let's try out some new combos. I've really just been doing the same thing throughout most of these videos, so... Oh no. And you can knock over pillars too. That is pretty deadly. So don't count on those things to save you. Let's charge up some files before we do anything else. Oh, nice barrels. Waventeer. And that can do some decent damage as well, that frontal spew. Thankfully, reached high ground. I'd like to guard, if that's okay. Not sure what that was, that just disintegrated. Stuck in this mud here, but it looks like maybe in a full retreat. Can't mount him there, that would have been nice, because he's running away now. I believe he's heading back to the spot we just were. Which is convenient for us. I got some nice damage off. I was meant to charge there. Nice guard there. In for a head. I moved. And caught me in his radius as well. hit him. Oh. Is he forming armor? I think he's armoring up there. So I believe that attack, that move there forms his armor. Okay, it's the most deadliest attack. Watch out for this. I was able to block it. That probably wasn't the best of ideas actually, because if you get hit with that water ailment, then of course it reduces your stamina drastically when guarding. So, and when he's continuously pummeling you up close with those his submerged attack, then that'll do a lot of damage and drain your stamina quickly. So you want to watch out for that. Probably not the best idea. Right, and I need to heal here, so let's try and stun him. Okay, alright, let's heal up. Don't want to take any chances. I think we're doing pretty good for time, so nice. Good damage. Big damage. And that is it. That is the Jyuratodus. So really his most deadly attack is his submerged attack, which deals a lot of damage if you get hit, and it drains a lot of stamina, particularly if you've been affected with the water ailment. So just trying to get hit by its mud shot attacks, where it shoots mud at you, and if you have a weapon that can guard, just guard his frontal attacks when he slithers at you. Trying to get in too close, and you should have no problems with him. Or it, shall I say. Hey, we got a big one. We got a big one. Fish eye. There we go. And we got an aqua sac, which is pretty nice because I'm looking to get, of course, a aqua rod to fight the Jyuratodus. Not the Jyuratodus, the Anjanath. So Palico gear level 7. I'm looking to get a different gadget for my Palico, rather than the Vigor Wasp spray, which I always have. I'm looking to get the horn, I believe, which gives you a random buff every time. I don't fully know how Palico gear works, so friends, if you have any tips about unlocking different Palico gear, I'd love to hear it. Anyway, cutscene.
Thanks to you, we've made great strides towards understanding the tracks that have turned up across the continent. Our researchers have done some projections, and now we know where Zora Magdaros will go next. It's heading for the Great Ravine.
The Great Ravine? The huge valley out past the Wildspire?
Correct. So I have a proposition for all of you. I say we try and capture Zora once it gets there.
Have you gone mad?
Capture it? Hear me out. The ravine is the perfect terrain for staging such an event. We're not going to get a better chance than this.
If we don't take this opportunity, it could be a decade before the next opportunity presents itself. Maybe longer.
Is it even possible?
If I said it wasn't, would that stop you?
Let's give it a go. With the Fifth supporting us, our chances are as good as ever.
Then it's settled.
Before we send the hunters out for the capture, we need to secure Astera. An Anjanath has been active in the area. Not the kind of monster you toy around with. We'll need a plan for it.
You're right. Hunters, you have your next assignment. Take care of that Anjanath. But be careful. The Anjanath is a fearsome monster. One slip-up, and you're done.
Commander, if I may, I think I have a great idea. Hunter, I could use your help. Drop by later, if you will.
Another thing. That troubling report we received. Think you could...
Right.
Good, then. Let's get this show on the road. We have an Elder Dragon to capture. Everyone dismissed.
Awkward silent nod, which
Probably
no one else
listen
does
to what the chief has to say
anymore.
Before we do anything else.
So, story objective, we must speak to the chief botanist. For whatever reason, I've kind of forgot parts of the story of Monster Hunter World. But we have slain the Jyuratodus. We've accomplished what we set out to do in this episode. Right. And so, next I will likely be just going on an investigation to fight another Jyuratodus, or if they don't have one, I'll be taking on an expedition. Let's see if they have a Jyuratodus investigation. No one... Unfortunately, they do not right now. They have a bar, of course. It must be that... Can you only take investigations that have a hunter rank that is at least below yours, as I'm hunter rank 4 right now. So, that's going to be it. Short and sweet once again. Easy way of defeating the Jyuratodus. So, next time, we will be hunting the fearsome Anjanath. This will do nicely for a closing shot. Okay, so join me again for the next hunt, fellow hunters. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next hunt. Farewell.